Hi, everybody. My name's Rosie, and I am so grateful that you are here on my very new YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. Well, I just got back from the grocery, and grocery prices are up, to put it mildly. And a few of you might have seen some reductions in food subsidies if you're receiving those as well. So I'd like to give you a few tips to possibly lower that total when you check out at the grocery. Now, I am not a finance expert. I am right in there with you, trying to make ends meet and trying to figure my way to uh, my next income producing career. So, if you're retired, if you've been laid off, no matter who you are, we can all use a few tips to lower that total when we check out at the grocery. So, let's look at 10 ways to do that. And you might be surprised at a few. You might be familiar with a few and maybe be putting them into practice, but let's go through a few. So, number one, always ask whatever grocery chain you are at if they offer a senior discount, a military, or a first responder discount, or other discounts, possibly local ones. Maybe you're a member of a Rotary Club or something that they offer discounts to. But always, always ask. Not every grocery will advertise that they have a senior discount or other discounts, and you always have to ask. If you ask if they have it, they will give it to you. But speak up. Even the smallest discount, a 5% discount off your groceries, can really help. Number two, check for rewards programs at the stores of your choice. The rewards program for the store that I went to today has a program that offers money back for purchases of store brands. And I think you get that maybe once every quarter or twice a year. I'm not sure which. And it's a few dollars, but hey, it's a few dollars, right? And the same rewards program sends me manufacturers' coupons by email that I can clip online and actually take off at the checkout register when you put in your phone number at the register. Excuse me. Sometimes I get free coupons. They send me free coupons for things that I've never tried before, and that's perfect. That's a perfect way to try something new without pushing the price of your groceries up a little bit. So always ask for those discounts and the rewards programs. Number three, try a new store. Try a discount store like Aldi or even a dollar store. Some of them carry food items, and compare your prices and see if you might be able to take a few dollars off that way. Or watch for the sales too. Not only the sales, but sales on non-food items at drugstores like Walgreens or CVS or whatever. They may be able to beat the price of the grocery because they buy in larger amounts and they can sell for smaller amounts, and they have rewards programs. Number four, some budget experts are probably going to tell you to buy in bulk, but I'm not a budget expert, and that's not always possible to buy in bulk when you're already on a tight food budget, or if you live alone like I do. If you're buying something that you use consistently, like toilet paper or peanut butter or something, buy extra if you can, just one bag extra if it's on sale, because that extra bag of flour or extra box of pasta can really be helpful in your food plans coming up. Number five, check your fridge and your pantry first before you head to the store, and then make a list for the week. Try to go once a week, because the fewer trips that you take to the store, the less you spend at the end of the week. Number 6, when you check that fridge, pull out the vegetable and the fruit drawers and plan to use up those wilted carrots or those sad looking little apples that are in there. They still may have life in them and can be eaten, maybe not peeled and put on your plate, but they can be incorporated into soup or stew, and the fruit can even be turned into a one-person dish of crisp or cobbler or some sort of dessert if you live alone. And number 7, you do deserve a dessert every now and then, even on a tight budget. So along with crisp or cobbler, try some other single dessert ideas like the mud cakes that you can find online, or learn how to make pudding. It's super easy, and it's way cheaper and way tastier than the box mixes that you get in the store. So do a search for new dessert ideas that you can make from scratch, hopefully using the things that are in your pantry or in your fridge, and instead of buying more expensive treats at the store or the bakery. Number 8, stretch higher cost foods with lower cost foods. Now, an example is putting a handful of lentils, cooked lentils, into ground beef to use for tacos or hamburgers or ground beef casseroles, something like that. Even a handful is going to make a difference. And frozen vegetables, if you're making casseroles or some other dish, frozen vegetables are less expensive typically than fresh produce. So consider, maybe if you're a fresh produce person, I love fresh produce, but this time of year in the winter, the frozen produce is much less expensive, and I don't have to worry about canning it or losing it in the vegetable bin. So try some rice and beans as well. I know it is a basic meal, but try the basic meal just like once a month, twice a month, and then add those rice and beans to the next meal for even more savings. Number 9, if you've been thinking, this one is going to surprise you. If you've been thinking about losing some weight, this is a great time to consider trying intermittent fasting or a 1 meal a day weight loss plan. You can save a lot of money over the week. I usually only eat 1 or 2 meals a day, as well as doing intermittent fasting. But I recently tried longer term fasting. I tried 1 week, I tried 40-hour fasting, and I just came off 72-hour fasting and realized that not only had I lost some pounds, but I also shaved some cost off of my food plan that week. I had fewer meals to plan, therefore less money at the grocery, or less money used for food. Now, I am not a doctor, and I'm not giving you medical advice, so always check with your doctor before you attempt any sort of weight loss plan. And search for some types of fasting or 1 meal a day eating for some other ideas or incentives. But remember, I am not a doctor. I'm simply talking to you like you are my next door neighbor, and I'm sharing some things that I'm discovering. Number 10, this is one last tip to cut your grocery bill, and it may or may not sit well with some of you. These are unusual times, people, and the grocery bills are going higher and higher at this point, and the only thing we can do is try to lower their cost or make some more money so that we can continue to spend the higher costs at the grocery. You can save some much needed money by eating one meal a week at your local soup kitchen, or by visiting a food bank in your area for just some staples. A lot of community food banks or kitchens have no income requirements. So, you know, anyone can go as long as you're a part of the community. And their purpose, really, truly, is to fill in those gaps that we're all experiencing. Um, for people who are really, really on tight budgets, like you and I probably, and you know, people that can really use one hot meal a day. So consider just going once a week, or even more. And if you're not sure where these places are in your area, call your local council on aging, or call your community center, local community center, or some sort of welcome center, because they can put you in touch with people who can actually point you in the right direction. But most of all, I want to point out that it's really important, no matter what your age is, to get the nourishment that you need. You need to be healthy in order to think well, and to do well, and to play well, and to work well. So make sure you're getting that nourishment. Do what you need to do that. And at the end of the day, at the end of the video, I always promise a creative prompt. So your creative prompt today is to make art using something that is related to or connected to food. And what you produce is up to you, however you want to do that. A poem, an essay, a piece of art, some mixed media. It's completely up to you. The world is your bumblebee. And I'd love to see some of your results in the comments. And if any of you have other ideas for lowering food costs, please let us all know in the comments, and consider liking and subscribing to this video to help my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.